afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, November 15th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. Nothing matters so much than we should throw ourselves into a state of panic about it. No happening is so important that we should let ourselves be exiled from our inner peace and mental calm for its sake. Paul Brunton. This shift and this craziness going on the planet, if there's one thing in life that we are all scared of, it's fear. Yet, is fear really something we need to run away from like a coward and avoid? What would happen if we opened up, embraced fear, and gave fear a big cozy hug? It probably needs one by now, wouldn't you think? The moment you turn inside and embrace whatever you're afraid of, something magical always happens. You find the willingness to make anything happen. And when you can move into fear, through fear, and out the other side, then become fearless. Fear becomes as frightening as a shadow, an imaginary obstacle blocking the light of our own radiant being. The truth is that all fear is illusory. We all know that, or I think most of us do. And we all know what it means, false evidence appearing real. Your fears in life are simply negative thought about your future wrapped up with contracted body sensations. Fear is a mental fabrication created by emotional needs that haven't been met. When you know yourself as the source of love itself, then fear doesn't stand a chance in your life. When you know yourself as the source of love itself, then fear doesn't stand a chance in your life. Now, when fear rises, it becomes something you get to deal with. And I say get to because you see these feelings as opportunities to push you deeper inside into the source of love. And fear forces us to feel what's at the innermost core of our being. And this is the only place in the universe where you'll find true everlasting love, peace, safety, security, and the highest spiritual growth you could possibly ask for. Everywhere else you look, you'll find life to be quite illusory and always changing on you. And it's good to know that fear is the hidden key to one of the greatest mysteries of life. This is the mystery of mastering your existence. And once you've discovered how to overcome fear, you know that you know what real trust and faith is. And this deeper level of trust is what gives us complete mastery over our lives. Embracing fear requires that you step into your power and rediscover that deeper connection to the source of trust, love, and sweet gratitude that you have inside. Letting in the fear is the one thing we all need to push us deeper inside, past our comfort zones, so we uncover the spiritual being living within us. It's exactly what we need to transcend the limiting mankind condition we're all facing. once we start embracing fear, we'll know how to make decisions. Making the right decision in this life takes being willing to make the wrong decision. Risk. It requires that you are truly fearless and willing to be wrong about anything, so that life becomes a massive cosmic learning adventure. If you want to be confident about every decision you make, simply step back and see your life from the grand scope of things on a soul level. There truly is no such thing as a wrong decision. It just might take you a little bit longer to reach your final destination if you choose left instead of right. And when you remember that you're an eternal being on an infinite journey through this life, it doesn't matter. You won't break a sweat on the small stuff because you'll realize it's all small stuff. And when all decisions come from this fearless place that knows you're on an infinite journey, you will ultimately initiate choices that only result in playful, positive, enjoyable outcomes. To begin your own personal fear-conquering adventure, you first need to practice knowing that you are separate from the voice of fear. That frightful, scary voice that goes off in our heads is not us. We are the awareness who is aware of that voice. We are the listener who is listening, the watcher watching. If that voice causes a feeling of panic, terror, or anxiety in you, it's because you're buying into the dramatic story of this imaginary voice. You're allowing it to feed you a frightful experience. And as you come to get to know and listen for this special voice, you'll see it. It is separate from you. Then you can start knowing yourself as the soul or awareness who is untouched by it. And the more you realize that you are this pure awareness that is watching and listening from afar to the voice of fear, the easier it becomes to not get so involved in its drama. You then discover the power to make a clear decision about what you want to create in your future and have just taken your first step to overcoming fear. The next step is to get into the habit of taking one long, deep breath into your body anytime you feel fear. Hold this deep breath as long as you can and allow all the scary thoughts in your mind and fearful body sensations to burn through you. Give yourself permission for any fearful sensations to enter your body completely. This allowing experience becomes like a great fire that cleanses your fear channels and awakens your ego from its slumber. Let fear serve its purpose in keeping you from falling asleep at the wheel of your life. Allow your heart to pound, your blood rise to a boil, and your gut get wrenched because your mind believes something horrible is going to happen. The more you can allow fear to come in, the more alive you'll feel, and the faster fear leaves you. After the fire has burned through you, a great aliveness takes over. This is where tremendous clarity occurs and becomes an avenue where big life decisions can become effortless, fun, and easy. Anytime any of us allow fear to take over our entire bodies, watch what happens. Watch what games your mind tends to play. It may try doing backflips to avoid feeling what you're really afraid will happen. Get to know yourself intimately. That is another divine purpose of fear. Watch the mind very closely and notice if there's one particular scene or movie frame from its magnificent horror story that it clings to more than others, then take this movie clip out, view the entire scene from the beginning to end, and watch it with wonder, and let a simple, soft, pure awareness penetrate through it. Notice the bodily sensations that arise in every segment of your scary scene. You can allow room for excitement to enter by knowing yourself to be an eternal being who has watched millions of these types of movies. Now, after you've played the scene through and felt the core of your fear has completely moved through your body, release the breath and let it all go. You may need several deep breaths to do this exercise depending on the size of your fear. And after the fire of fear has cleansed you, you'll find it's easy to see this imaginary illusion with a positive, productive perspective. Feel the fear and jump, dive, leap into it with wild abandon. Shayna's wedding. The final step on this terrifying journey is befriending the voice of fear. After the fire has left, approach your fear as if it was an old friend who was trying to teach you something very important about yourself or your life. Come to know and understand this voice of fear. It is the path to freedom itself. Any experience which causes you to feel contracted, time-bound, hurried, rushed, or unable to relax means you have something to learn about true freedom. Once you truly know yourself as a spiritual being, these experiences won't touch you. As you get to know yourself, understand your habitual fear patterns and negative ideas, your inner gremlins addicted to, then you can approach them with a very conscious, loving embrace. You can have compassion upon yourself and take that one baby step towards embracing your fear. That's really all you need. One baby step towards your fear instead of away from it. Do this, and you've just discovered you have nothing to fear. In a single moment, you can find freedom by merging with fear. With just one baby step, you can transform your inner world into a state of harmony and peace with what is. To truly understand something is to find peace within. When you know and understand that fear is necessary to know love, you will start moving towards embracing it. You simply cannot know what real love is unless you have known great fear. Fear is the polar opposite of love. Love is what propels you to move beyond your fear. We all live in a universe that is filled with polarities. So without fear, love could not even exist. We need fear to know love. We know love through embracing fear. Once we embrace all of our deepest and darkest fears, only then does peace prevail. And through this deep, complete surrender, we can all know that who and what we truly are is fearless and cannot cease to exist. Once our hearts have accepted the fact that love and fear come together as one package deal, we will find tremendous peace as we flow in and out of them both. This peace is all you need to make your life decisions based in love and not from any fear. So I invite you, do a little work on yourself and stop and think about what you're truly afraid of in your life right now. Just pick the worst thing you can think of and get it over with. Notice how this fear shows up in your body. Now, dig a little deeper and see exactly what is causing you to be afraid. Why are you afraid of this one particular thing and not something else? Look at how and when this fear shows up into your life. When you stop to look at the roots of your fear, you'll start to unravel the pattern. You'll see how it has been with you, weaving in and out of your entire life. And fear is a gift from the universe, a great teacher. And once you stop running from it, you'll start learning how to master it. All fear is excitement in disguise. That may not seem that way, but it is. Once you program your brain to flip the negative thinking into positive thinking, the possibilities are absolutely endless. Fear is the most awesome awakening force in our lives, and is that one force that is teaching all of us how to be unstoppable and fearless. You can reprogram your brain with fearless thinking anytime you want. You can eliminate your fears. Something to really embrace and understand. Most of us are taught to run from these things. Or it's our initial reaction to run or turn our backs on it. Ignore it. It'll go away. It'll go away. And it's connected. The more clear we can become about what we are attached to in life and why, the more enlightened we become. When we can identify the lacking feelings we're holding on to, we stop blaming the world for how we feel and reclaim our power again. It's all about reclaiming our power. It's all about facing all of these things that we turn our backs on. Seeing what actually is creating our need for attachment is the key to unleashing our freedom. Attachment, what is it? And then you have the fear. And then most of us turn our backs on the fear or the attack. We don't, it's just, it goes hand in hand. The limiting feelings we regurgitate about ourselves are the secret gateways to forming new paradigms of being and seeing reality. We have the power within ourselves to release our blocks right now and thus attract any desired outcome in this life that we choose. We no longer need to engage in states of unnecessary suffering ever again. You are the gifts of the gods. You create your reality according to your beliefs. Yours is the creative energy that makes your world. There are no limitations to the self except those that you, each of us, believe in. Set. Try for this coming week to recognize all of your attachments each day and let them go. Let them go. Practice letting them go. Doesn't mean you're going to go, I'm going to throw this off and all this stuff. You detach. You eliminate. You stop gripping. Breath into your body so deeply that there is no more room for the mind to enter. Be free from the mind. Let yourself feel into the still, calm, ever-loving source that is beneath all needy feelings. And whenever you feel stuck, just ask the magic question. What am I attached to? Ask yourselves, as much as you choose, what am I really attached to here? Why am I fearing? Why am I fearing not to have? Why am I fearing? Why am I having this fear? It's that simple. As soon as you see it, let it go by simply making the choice to surrender to trusting in something much greater than you. This is your week to practice saying goodbye to every limiting belief that you are attached to and choose to find real freedom in your life and reconnect with your soul, the infinite presence in each and every single one of us, and be free from all attachments forever. Misery does not exist in reality, but only in mere imagination. Sri Ramana, Rishi. Every situation properly perceived becomes an opportunity to heal. A Course in Miracles. If you can reflect as the childlike energy that we are inside these bodies. Children are natural sponges. They absorb everything around them. When you surround your child with an environment constantly overflowing with positive, lighthearted laughter, fun-loving, joyful energy, they absorb this energy and effortlessly begin to discover this natural state of healing inside. If your child's environment is filled with control, stress, arguing, negativity, or disorder, they will assimilate this energy into their body and take it on as their own. Whatever we focus on, we feel, we become and radiate back out to the world. It's really that simple. Whatever we focus on, we feel, become and radiate back out onto the world. It's really that simple. Once each of us completely drop the personal agenda that we have upon anything, upon our child, this could be the child within you, not necessarily a child outside of you. They become easiest beings in the world to be around. The conflict between the parent and the child first arises out of the shoulds that the adult imposes upon them. When we loosen our grip upon our inner shouldaholik, we start to relax and can feel a deeper connection with their free soul and spirit. Do you think that any of us are not childlike, that we don't continually absorb like a sponge? Just because the body ages doesn't mean the child is gone. There's certain aspects of the child that we ignore, that we are. The children are the best teachers. See, as we absorb as a sponge, we get more and more, we absorb more and more, we absorb more and more. And it conditions us. That's what happens. The sponge begins to lose its absorption. Now remember that each of us are born with a connection to spirit and feel as big and bright as the universe. The only reason we need to empower our children is because they are picking up on the small, powerless, and unconfident aspects inside ourselves. Every child is a natural, loving, healing being from birth, yet they are constantly duplicating whatever the big people share with them. If you want them to develop into the most profound, inspiring way, then give them the energy of timelessness, spaciousness, and freedom. We all children, small body, large body, are the same. Like we show them, the more we can show them patience, curiosity, and the willingness to learn, the more beautiful gifts they will have to give the world as they mature. Don't you think that goes both ways? If you know how beautiful you are, I don't think many of us do. For as we talk of God, you see great parades with wildly colorful bands streaming from your mind and heart, carrying wonderful and secret messages to every corner of this world. You see saints bowing in the mountains hundreds of miles away to the wonder of sounds that break into light from your most common words. This is all interactive. We're all in an interaction of each of us reasons of teaching us. The children teach us to understand that we haven't lost anything. We've just ignored it. And how many of us, the love that we withhold in life is the pain that we carry? Wolf Waldo Emerson. Each of us are amazing. All of us. Life is like a wild tiger. You can either lie down or let it lay its paw on your head, or sit on its back and ride it. It's each of us understanding, having true confidence in ourselves and in the dream life we desire to have. When we're feeling great about ourselves, we're sending out a powerful, positive vibe into the world, which comes back to each of us in the form of amazing opportunities and more abundance and positive relationships. Having this self-confidence for the heart mind is like a magic wand in your pocket. You can pull it out whenever you want, feel that you have the power to miraculously create anything in the reality, anything you can imagine. When this civilization becomes completely clear and cognizant of the fact that they're the generator, whatever they generate, they are going to shift the frequencies around them. You're like a electromagnetized, super powerful device that attracts whatever you deem. And if it is anger, frustration, fear, you will attract that same frequency. You adjust your frequency to this, you are going to receive it. You tune into it by being angry, frustrated, distraught, greed, manipulation, deception. You're going to steep yourself more and more, deeper and deeper into it. It is going to become you. And that is the danger of having to be aware that if you do dive too deeply, then you'll become totally lost. It just happens in the course of a lifetime that our souls yearn to mature deeply within them. To do this, it must attract a super challenging situation that will teach us to look deeper inside and find where the source of everlasting confidence comes from. Somebody will get angry at us, become disappointed in us, start neglecting, ignoring, or even physically and emotionally abuse us. If we become identified with the negative experience, we can feel bad about ourselves, the world, and shrink our perception of the amazing beings we truly are. If we continue for years to identify with the bad feelings and story around the trauma, we develop a sense of low self-esteem, and the confidence we had within ourselves will weaken. If you've been traumatized in your life, you're not alone. Most of us have some major form of wounding we are dealing with. We all have the choice in how we deal with it, and this path is what leads us to healing and freedom. The path of creating more confidence in ourselves with practicing, trusting, and loving ourselves all day long, being gentle with who we are, as the more often we love ourselves, the more valuable, lovable, and precious we feel in this world. When we can allow ourselves to feel lovable and start respecting ourselves and the gifts we have to give to this world, we will feel valuable and worthy of more love. We will stop thinking about how unlovable we are or how comparing ourselves with others, believing that they are better than you. If we continue to dwell on and focus upon our wounding, only feeling that we are lacking, needing, or feeling not enough in our lives, then we will stop having time for loving, approving and appreciating who we are. When self-love is not happening on a daily basis, it opens the ground for the wound to fester and a lower self-confidence to root inside. If we do not establish a new perception or thinking pattern inside ourselves, we might just live our entire lives believing we are never good enough and feel as if life is one long hell ride of being dragged from the cradle to the grave. When I let go of who I am, I become what I might be. Lao Tzu. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Let everything flow away. You have no expectations, no attachments. You just flow. You let it all go. There's nothing that you need to hold on to. Not one thing. Because it's all illusory. And we've created it for ourselves. So let it go. Body will respond. Talk to the body, the areas where you feel the most stress, tension, and fear. Embrace them. Give them one big smack on the lips and just walk right through them. Body will respond and relax, head to toe, inside now. And as we do that, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. We do not have the past. It is done. We've experienced it at one time. It was the now. It is now gone. The future is not there. We haven't created it yet. And the only time we create that is by staying in the now. Some of us will go into the past, stay too long in the past. And then we will take that past, bring it into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, relive that past and that future. All along, we skip over the now. The majority of the civilization skips over the now. It's either into the future or the past. But if for some reason it inherently skips the now, it is because of the control factors of the illusions of the mind and the ego play on each and every one of us. So the now stills the mind. It stills the ego. It stills the subconscious mind. The now is super powerful. And how do we stay in the now? Our breath. Our breath can only be the now. So if you find yourself, like a lot of us do, where we wander off and we're aware of it, and we take ourselves back into the now, the reason we do that is because we focus on our breath. And the breath can only be the now. There's no argument there. You're going to sit to argue with someone that the breath's in the past or the breath's in the future? No. So you easily bring that breath in through your nose. And as you bring it in through the nose, you easily bring it in. You merge it with your God force, love light energy, your chi, your ki, your prana, and we pull both of them. We easily move them through the 7 energy vortexes, the chakras, the colored wheels of light. Each one has a flower. Each flower is different. Each geometrical shape inside each flower is different. These are the astral plane connections. These are the conduits, the bridges to spirituality and physicality. They're connected to our physical bodies on the astral plane through the spirituality conduit. It comes into the physical body. It influences through our chi, our God life force, love light energy, and our breath. Our root chakra is the first one. We move this through. See it in your heart, minds, motion pictures. The red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara, career, money, mindset, sense of belonging. The root chakra represents our foundation and feeling of being in the now. Location is base of the spine and the tailbone area. Emotional issues, survival issues such as financial independence, money, and food. Physical association is our spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. Our sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana, sexuality, and pleasure, the orange wheel of light. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. It's our lower abdomen 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality, the physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the manipura, personal power, ability to channel. This is our ability to be confident and in the flow of our lives. No attachments, no expectations. It's in the upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical associations, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, and skin. Then we move to the heart chakra, the emerald green wheel of light, the anahata, love, relationships, and self-acceptance. Our ability to love. It's the center of our chest, just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the vishuddha, self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. Emotional issues, communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. Third eye chakra, ajna, indigo wheel of light, intuition, sense of purpose and direction in life. It is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Some of us will see the trees through the forest, or the forest through the trees. Some of us will see all of it, and some of us will see none of it. It's in the forehead between the eyes. It's called brow chakra. Emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical associations, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. Then we move to the crown chakra, sahasrara, connection to the divine. Violet wheel of light. The highest chakra represents our ability to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of our heads. Inner and outer beauty are our emotional issues, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. It is our connection to the God, to pure consciousness. Physical association, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. So we brought this powerful combination of energies up through the center of our bodies, through these energy vortexes, these chakras, wheels of light. And we hold it at the top of our heads. And we hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress it into pure, liquid, omnipotent, powerful energy. And we release it over our pineal glands. Now, our pineal glands are very important to us while we're in these bodies. They are the gateway to all the particles of existence. They are the gateway to the astral plane. They are the gateway to God and pure consciousness and beyond. So you view them in your heart, mind's motion picture as seeing them as however you view them. I look at it as a green ball, a rosebud. And as soon as I release this pure liquid energy, this explodes into a beautiful, fully bloomed, blossomed rose with multicolored petals, a beautiful fragrance, and it emanates out these waves of pure vibrational harmony. Each wave connects us to all things, everywhere. All the blocks, all the doorways are dissolved, and we have access to all. We're also consciously aware that we are of and from the highest, the deepest, 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 eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, 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 eternal gratitude. And we're merged. We're aware. The body, the soul, the spirit, the higher self, the God, pure consciousness, all one. We walk this planet as heaven on this earth. And every step we take, we create paradise. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. We have the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yeshua, Yahweh. Many, many, many more. Now, both of them are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. The archangels are a civilization that vibrated a different frequency than we do. We do not see them like we see each other, but we do interact with them more than we are aware. And every time we interact, it's a different experience, but it is still a piece of bliss. Now, thousands can surround any single one of us at any one time because of their frequency, their vibrational frequency. They can hold a large number in a small area. The ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension into body, out of body, and hold pure consciousness God form. We are ascending into body, experiencing physical form, creating our spirit, our experiences, so that we can perfect our creation. And all of us are part of each other. So the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archetypes reflect part of us. We reflect part of them. The ascended masters reflect part of us. We reflect part of them. We're all one. Separation is an illusion. So we're compelled to call out to all of the other reflections, facets of all of us. So we call out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. They come in the googleplexes. One googleplex fills this entire universe. They come in trillions of googleplexes from every direction, and they're with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, all these civilizations and species, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them. Somewhat familiar. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions travel through all the universes every day. Ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all the levels and all the species of each civilization. The good, the not so good, and the bad. Understanding that only those with the highest frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude can be in this meditation. The others cannot survive it. We have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Greys, the Norns, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now in this meditation, the forming the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, this meditation of forming the circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful of them. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming the circle of light. It is our vibrational frequency in harmony with all of us and all the reflections of all of us gathered here in this meditation, liberation of this planet. This is the only way that we can sustain such high frequency, is to all be in deep eternal love and gratitude. Now, the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Now they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, and the trillions in number, and most we have never, ever seen before. And in the trillions, they are with us now. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all of the highest high, pure, deep, eternal love, vibrational frequency, and gratitude, as all one, as all God, as all love, pure consciousness. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, benevolence, tranquility, abundance. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We all form a massive circle of light. It is the vibrational harmony and frequency of our true essence. Pure, deep, eternal love, light, energy, and gratitude. And it floods this entire planet. It saturates, soaks, and bathes it eternally, inside and out, above and below, and all of its inhabitants. A complete, total ascension into higher vibrational frequency, and to higher and deeper eternal love and gratitude. A complete liberation from the lower vibrational frequencies into the higher. This circle of light grays out the darkness of space. It is so brilliant, it would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even compare to its radiance. We begin to levitate above the planet, starting at the equator. As we levitate and ascend up, we're met with a huge gossamer field. And this gossamer field it's this massive ocean, and it's glitter everywhere. These little tiny reflective mirrors, flashing back and forth vibrant colors of aspects and facets of all of us gathered in this meditation. The deep vibrational love harmony that we all experience with each other is immeasurable. is constantly expanding. You can feel it in your heart mind. Feel it in the gods within each and every one of you, permeating everything about you, washing you, embracing and deeply, intimately loving you. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds all of us of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds us all that we are imbued head to toe, inside and out, eternally, with a God, life force, love, light energy of the highest high vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude that is so powerful it cannot be penetrated from anything outside of it. Nothing can harm it. Nothing can move it. Nothing can manipulate it. We are protected 24/7. But only you have the power to lower your vibrational frequencies. And if you decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, to lower them enough, which means hatred, fear, anxiety, stress, worry, hurry, greed, deception, manipulation, dishonesty, lower your vibrational frequency enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow all of the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. And if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all of those lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance, send them to pure consciousness, where they're all gone, vaporized, permanently. Then we're met with the the violet ray. The violet ray is a column that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can then purify, cleanse, harmonize the area where the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were. Seal the breach, restoring our vibrational harmony into deep eternal love and gratitude. God force, love, light, energy. Restoring our complete harmony. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the sunlight. We are the sun. We are the rainbows. We are the rain. We are the oceans, the streams, the lakes, the rivers. We are the mountains. We are the forest, the trees. We are the sky, the clouds. We are the stars. We are the darkness in the sky. We are the moon. We are the animals. We are everything. As we continue to levitate, ascend above this planet, some of us step outside our physical forms and float effortlessly above them. Those of us carrying physical form. We see immediately this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It is larger than this solar system. And in the center is an oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is a beautiful golden white shimmering light, sending out warm pulsing waves of mist, of deep, pure, eternal love and gratitude, saturating us from head to toe, inside and out. The beautiful colored bands around it are also sending out warm mist of energy, of gratitude, of prosperity, of happiness and joy, of tranquility and benevolence, of gentleness and kindness, of good, wonderful health and wealth. All reflections of all of us. At the top of this crystal light tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down, as it is doing, perpetually, in all directions, 360 degrees. It floods us all the time. Everyone on this planet, everyone in it, above and below it. It is unending. Each of us are drops of this golden ocean. We carry its essence. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. We are all one. Separation is only the illusion. We then see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We created this sphere nearly 3 years ago. It holds well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of the greatest good, the highest of the highest high, deep, eternal love, the pure God intention of total liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this meditation, this circle of light, the liberation of all of us into higher ascension of higher love light frequencies and higher dimensions, constant, unending, every day, 7 days a week, hundreds of millions on and off world, all convened for this because we're all part of it. This is why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond it forever. And this is why it continues to intensify. And this is why it continues to expand. When I let go of who I am, I become what I might be. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. through the nose. Easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. Whenever we hold too tightly onto any idea about who we are or who we are not, we soon see that life will challenge the strength of this idea. If our ideas about ourselves are flexible, we'll tend to bend when life attempts to break us. The limbs of a large oak tree tend to crack in a big windstorm, while the flexible bamboo tree yields to the fierce pressure of cyclone intensity. Eventually, whenever any idea is shaken, cracked, or destroyed about ourselves, the ego comes crashing down, burying itself in the dark valley of insecurity and powerlessness, and then has to rebuild its inner structure again and again. There is no use removing doubts one by one. If we clear one doubt, another doubt will rise, and there will be no end of doubts. But if by seeking the doubter is found to be really non-existent, then all doubts will cease. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the fall morning. We will return here Monday, November 16th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.